Yeah.
Michael Smith,
Hmm.
who I'm a fan of, he
Yeah.
has said in the past his family knows not to bother him because the NFL draft is more important to him than Christmas.
I wouldn't go that far.
I know
But
you wouldn't, but that's pretty hardcore.
yeah. Yeah. I watched a good 8-9 hours of it.
Okay, that's more than the average, except you got some ratings.
Yeah.
Info, right?
First night got 12 million viewers. 12 million views. And in this era, that is gigantic.
What is the most the NFL draft has like at its peak?
It's in that range.
But
It's
that
in that.
used to mean less than it does now, right? Is what you're saying?
No, it's only hit that level in this era. The
Okay,
last
okay.
4, 5, maybe 10 years.
Because it was not a big marquee draw before, right? Am I understanding that?
Yeah, on a couple of levels, it was simpler. I remember watching the entire draft as a back when it was on Saturdays. It would start at noon
Hmm.
and it would run to like 7 o'clock, and you'd go through all 7 rounds.
Oh, yeah.
And
They weren't trying to squeeze as much juice
yeah,
out of it.
and then they slid it into the afternoon, further in the afternoon. I think it would start at like 3, and it will go to like 11, and then eventually they decided we're going to go a 3-day extravaganza. So we start on Thursday night, which the first rounders were. Second, Saturday on Friday would be second and third round, where Mr. Coleman was drafted, and on on Friday it would be the second and third round, and then on Saturday would be the fourth through seventh round. So they blew it out and they made it an extravaganza and this sort of larger sort of festival of football, which I find really interesting. So they also took it on the road. So it used to be at Radio City Music Hall, and it was there for a couple decades.
I didn't even know that.
After that, they decided to go on the road. They took it to Chicago. They've taken it to Vegas. They've taken
They
it to
should.
Philly, Nashville, and
Why?
this.
Why shouldn't they? I mean, they should do like that. Makes a
Yeah,
lot of sense actually to do that.
yeah. You go from having something like 10,000 people in Radio City Music Hall. I don't know the capacity off the top of my head, but something like that, maybe 20,000. I think it might actually be less than that if I
It's
remember.
not that big. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not. It's. I don't know if it's. It might be a little over 10, but it's a pretty compact place.
To back in Detroit this weekend, you had 700,000 people show up over the course of 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah. The biggest night was, of course, night one, where they got something like 275,000 people in the mall
Jesus.
just to watch people hand out draft picks.
Jeez. I mean, looks like the NFL can fart in an empty like red beer cup, and people will watch that.
Well, yeah. Look. I think it's America's passion.
Sure is.
It is this sort of the schedule release of the NFL is an event.
Mhm.
The NFL Combine, literally watching guys in their underwear run, is a straight up event. It is craziness. It's insanity. And it's pretty much farting in a red cup. Is there any event on television where you can imagine yourself watching 8 hours of?
No.
Flat no.
I mean, you mean like network style television, like a live telecast?
Live TV that you had to